FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And so this is just product that we are shipping to an Amazon fulfillment center for them to ship out once the product has actually been ordered. There are a couple of things that are different about an Amazon FBA order, and that is mostly the labeling that goes along with it. But also, the Amazon FBA shipments do not come through RAMP. They are set up manually. So an email will be sent. It has all the attachments you'll need for box labels, pallet labels, product labels if necessary, and the Excel sheets that go along with them, telling you exactly what needs to be ordered. So just real quick on how to read the Excel template to place the FBA orders. Once you pull it up, it will look like this. You'll have your shipment ID, and that will be the reference number. So the customer order number will always be this FBA number. We don't normally care about this merchant SKU because we work based off of the warehouse SKU, these 537 numbers, but they will actually ask us to place labels with the EC numbers or this merchant SKU number. So if they do not provide an Excel template with both the merchant SKU and the warehouse SKU, we need to reach back out to them to get this, because we need this table to verify we are labeling the correct product. They will also have a column somewhere in the Excel template that will say the merchant is relabeling. And in this case, we are the merchant. We will be relabeling the eaches. And I'm not going to show you how to set up this order in RAMP. That'll be a separate training, but everything can be copy and pasted. So you can copy the SKUs and you can copy the quantity. Now, it is important that you copy the number of cases and not the units per case, as this is the eaches per case, and this is the actual case quantity, and we ship by case. This line tells us that we will be labeling this A Million Naked Sun Clear Face Sunscreen, and we will be relabeling 720 eaches. There are six eaches in a case and 120 cases, which totals 720 units labeled. Units in this case are the eaches. So once the order is set up with this information, we want to go ahead and print the labels. And the labels were provided in the email. So for this order that we were just looking at, FBA 15HOV1RS6, they have provided box labels, box labels 1, box labels 2, and also a product label. And as you can see, this is the only order that has a product label with it. The product label will look like this, and as I said earlier, the A Million Naked Sun Clear Face Sunscreen is what we'll be relabeling. These are to be printed on the address labels. We will also have box labels, and this will go on each box. Now, it is very important that you pay attention to the SKU, because that will tell us what we need to label each of our SKUs. Our cases are labeled with these SKUs, and we will simply print these labels on the 3 1/3 by 4 labels. So once the order has been set up in RAMP, you want to include as much information as possible in the notes section, because this is the communication to the warehouse, and this is their instruction to complete the project. So include the SKU that needs to be relabeled by eaches, the SKUs that need to be relabeled by cases. Also include that the weight and dims are needed for the pallets on the pick ticket, because this will tell the warehouse that it needs to be dimmed, and that information needs to be provided on the pick ticket when it is turned in. Once that information is received from the warehouse, we need to email Amelia the weight and dims. So 1, they can schedule the carrier, and 2, they can provide the bill of lading. Now the warehouse process, once the order and labels have been in work order, have been given to the warehouse will pay attention to the notes. It will be highlighted for you. Put all of the SKUs with eaches that need to be relabeled on one pallet. The remaining cases should be picked and stacked on a separate pallet. That way it is perfectly clear what is to be broken down and labeled by eaches and what is to be labeled by cases. Both pallets should be taken to the assigned Amazon table for reworking. That way we are not reworking this product in the middle of the aisles of Amelia. If eaches need to be labeled, timing starts for the work order, and the instructions added to the notes section of the pick ticket should be followed. If eaches do not need to be relabeled, the warehouse will then look at the SKU code key and label each box with the new box label, making sure not to cover any existing box labels adhered to the case. Once all boxes are labeled with the corresponding SKU code, it is to be palletized and wrapped, weighed, and dimmed. And of course, that will be included in the note section of your order. The weight and dims per pallet should be written on the pick ticket and returned to the office.